Some very promising young types in the race too. Matthew Hill is at Dapto tonight, sending through the interviews. And good evening to you, Matt.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dapto. We'll have a look at that view. That's the view that the favourite for the big All-Fab Constructions Puppy Classic Final will have when it is about to commence its run. Faithful Whiskey, who will undoubtedly start the favourite in tonight's final. $35,000 up for grabs. A terrific race, and we'll be roaming around Dapto tonight and trying to find you a winner. As we get closer towards the sixth race on the program, the feature race, we'll have all of the trainers interviewed and hopefully find you a winner. Box number 4A, of course, Faithful Whiskey has gone 29 and 34, 29-29 and 29-34 in its respective heat and semi-final. What can it go tonight? We'll find out soon.
Okay, there he is, Matthew Hill, reporting from the 508 metre boxes there at Dapto. That's where they'll be starting from in the big race tonight. Now, first, Lee and Simone Britton will be keeping us right up to date with all of the Melbourne Cup news. Andrew, good evening.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sandown Park in Melbourne and looking forward to bringing you all the entertainment tonight. Plenty of music already here, plenty of atmosphere for the Schweppes Melbourne Cup, the big one of the night coming up at 9:27 Eastern Daylight. Plenty of good racing outside the Melbourne Cup too, and to join us prior to race one, we welcome in Greyhound Racing's First Lady, Simone Britton. Welcome, Simone.
Hi, Andrew, and hello everyone at home and in our pub tabs tonight.
No doubt about it. Well, the first race isn't too far away. What are you putting on top here?
I'm going with number 1 here, Crumbles. I thought it might have been a good tip. He's dropping down in company here. He's been racing against dogs like Bear Creek and Star Witch. Had a very good Geelong Cup campaign, and I think off the red tonight is a big chance to beat number 8, Tide Runner, who would probably be better drawn inside, but does need to lead to win. But been racing very well also, and a last start winner here in 30-34. Then number 5, My Missy Rose, a good beginner who's poorly drawn, has had 10 starts on this track for 4 wins and 3 placings. And then number 2, Cyclone Mitch, who has ordinary form on this track, has had 22 starts for 1 win and 11 placings, but that win was in 29.93, and I think it's drawn well from the check here tonight. But number 1, Crumbles, to beat 8, 5 and 2.
And just a quick thought on the Cup at this stage?
Very hard Cup to find a winner, but I'm going to stick with El Grande, the Terrelgan Cup winner. I just think he might be able to round them up if there's not too much trouble in the race.
Gets that last El Grande. It'll be storming home if it takes tonight's Melbourne Cup. Simone's numbers in the first, 1, 8, 5 and 2. Ron Hawkswell calling his 20th Melbourne Cup tonight. He'll be back shortly to call race 1.
Yes, and Ron in the Cup tonight thinks Excitability can get the money off box 1. Excitability, Ronnie's tip. Now, Dapto. The blue and the yellow getting set to go out for the first race at Sandown, coming up in 2 minutes. Now, weight variations for Sandown, races 1 and...
And welcome to our coverage of a big night of greyhound racing from Sandown, of course. It's the Group 1 Schweppes Melbourne Cup final as the feature on the card tonight. And to open proceedings, number 1, Crumbles, is a short price favourite. Placed in the Geelong Cup at $2.10, $8.20 Cyclone Mitch. Number 2, $4.10 My Missy Rose, and $7.40 for a Tide Runner. So they're at the start now for race 1 and about to move in for the opening race in the card. A big crowd building for Cup night here. The being box now for the first. Crumbles in 1, Rowan Bale 3, My Missy Rose 5, Keegan Bale. And they're moving in well for the opening race. $2 even, Crumbles number 1. Green light is there and they're set to go. Race 1 on Melbourne Cup night, they're set to go. Favourite in 1, they're racing. Crumbles a little bit slow on the inside. Gathering speed was My Missy Rose after the start. Cyclone Mitch and Crumbles will drive through on the inside, and the favourite will go through and lead. Crumbles takes control of the back straight. 2.5, Rio Assassin. 5 lengths away, drifting back as My Missy Rose. Then came Tide Runner from Rowan Bale. A fair way back was Just Like Noir. Keegan Bale and last Cyclone Mitch, but the leader scooted away, Crumbles. The first favourite bounded 4 or 5 lengths, Rio Assassin. Well back up to third, Just Like Noir, but an easy one to Crumbles, about 3 or 4 lengths. Rio Assassin second, third about 5 lengths, Just Noir third, and they were followed by Tide Runner, then Cyclone Mitch followed further back then by Keegan Bale, Rowan Bale, and My Missy Rose would have been amongst the tail enders.
First favourite home at Sandown, Crumbles 2:10.120, taking out the opener at Sandown. This is the scene at Dapto, heading off to the starting boxes. This is the maiden over 508. As you can see, the favourite Lochinvar Agent at $2.60. Yellow Dove second pick at $4.30. I can tell you Lochinvar Agent has trialled very quickly here. It's firming into 250 now as I speak. I've settled on number 1, Yellow Dove, finished third here behind Aloha Dancer a couple of runs ago in race conditions. Was beaten to 2 lengths in 30 and 43 and drawn the coveted red. 3, Lochinvar Agent, must be given a hope. It's only had the one start and finished 5th in that race behind Best Gravel here at Dapto, but as I have mentioned, has trialled well here at the track. 1, 3, 7, 8, the late mail numbers. I put in number 7, Zoo Crow for third, and Sassy Token number 8 for fourth. 1, 3, 7 and 8 in the opener at Dapto. Good luck.
Thanks, Matt. Good luck.
10, and they're moving in well. Overcast skies, but no rain. Green light on for the first. Here comes Zalua. All set. Away in the first, a fairly level line away, and from the inside, Yellow Dove going forward, joined by a Sassy Token. Through to third, Zoo Crowan, and being turned sidewards on the turn out of the straight was Tidal Flight, Bindawalla Babe. A length the best of Bandana and tailed off Bold and Brash. The leader, Sassy Token, nearing the top bend, 5 or 6, Yellow Dove, Tidal Flight. 3 out was Lochinvar Agent, another 2 to Bindawalla Babe, and best of Bandana. Coming to the bend, Sassy Token, nicely clear though. Straight and 4 or 5 in front of Tidal Flight and Lochinvar Agent. Good win to Sassy Token. It won by 7 and beat Lochinvar Agent and Tidal Flight. They were followed by Bindawalla Babe, and then came Yellow Dove, Best of Bandana, Bold and Brash and Zoo Crow. And the race time will be up in just a moment.
8, the pink, Sassy Token over Lochinvar Agent and Tidal Flight. 8.36 past the post on race 1 from Dapto. The splits were 5.37, 17.24, and the overall run was 29.99, recorded by Sassy Token. Now, rain for the late mail. In fact, here they are with their tips for race 2.
Yeah, Where's Boz, number 6, is the favourite at this stage, coming off a pretty strong win there at Shepparton on Monday night. But Simone, you found one at a little bit of value at the moment, Justice Smarty, number 7.
Yeah, Justice Smarty's been racing very well of late. Comes off 3 very good wins, all from inside draw. So tonight will be the test, but has been beginning well of late. Then number 6, Where's Boz, who's slow early but has very quick middle sections, has won 2 from 2 here. Does have pace on him either side tonight, so I think the box is a little bit of a worry, but put in a top run at Shepparton Monday night where he won in 24.51. The number 1, Fiesta, who's slow early and stepping up to a grade 5 tonight. He's been racing very well in his maiden campaigns, racing well from bad boxes as well. So I think he should improve off the red box. And then number 3, Lightning Prince, who is a last start winner here and has won 4 from his last 6 starts. But number 7, Justice Smarty, to beat 6, 1 and 3.
Very good crowd in at this early stage of the evening, Matt. Terrific crowd for the Schweppes Melbourne Cup coming up in about an hour and a half's time at 9:27. But this is race 2. There's Simone's tip. Justice Smarty at the moment, $4.20.
Yes, it's certainly racing well with those wins at Sandown and Terralgan in good style, but loves Sandown. Now, Dapto, race 2 is coming up in 4 minutes. Hot Tarbs, Brad's Victory, Shakaya Star and Watch Me Dance. 3 a special, 1, 4, 2 are the ratings for the second. And let's head back to Dapto. Matthew Hill is with Troy Provost, and boy, he's got a big team in at Dapto tonight.
Welcome back to Dapto. We're, of course, building up towards the feature race tonight, the $35,000 All Fab Constructions Puppy Classic, and a man who's got a very strong hand, his owner trainer, Troy Provost. He joins us now. G'day, Troy.
G'day, how are you?
Going well. What are your feelings coming in towards tonight with the 2 greyhounds in the big final?
Oh, I'm happy they both got through to the final, and they've both pulled up well after last week's runs, and yeah, there are no problems for tonight with the pair of them.
You nommed 6 greyhounds for the auction, 2 were sold, and the 4 of them that are running tonight were bought back. Was that one of your biggest achievements, to get the greyhounds to the track tonight?
Yeah, get them to the heats was the hardest part, making sure both dogs were, the 4 of them were fit and sound. I had a bit of trouble with a few of them, and you know, that's the main goal with them, just to try to have them fit and conditioned up and in pretty good shape for the run-off heats. You know, that was the hardest part.
First of all, the consolation race 3, you have Whiskey Bandit number 5 and Whiskey Pete number 6. What are your chances there?
Yeah, they're both reasonably good dogs. The dog in box 6, he's probably the better dog, but he's a bit tardy at the start, and he hasn't had a lot of racing. But no, they're both in there with a good chance, but I would think the 6 is a bit better hope than the 5 dog.
In race 6, the feature race, Faithful Whiskey will no doubt start favourite, going 29 and 34 in its heat and semi. Can it improve?
Yes, I think he can. I think he can improve. I think the dog could. Yeah, I think he could crack 20. You know, around 20. Maybe leading a little bit lower than 20. If he leads, you know, he's got to lead all the way to do something like that.
Good luck. It might be a big night for you.
Thanks very much.
Troy Provost, he certainly has a strong hand in the feature race tonight. He has Mac Whiskey and the possible favourite, Faithful Whiskey.
Matt, we'll come straight back to you after this race at Sandown for your late mail for the next. But here's Ron for race 2.
Second on the card. And Where's Buzz at 2:33.80, Justice Marty, that pair dominating the market. Cup tonight, race number 7, of course, one of the big attractions for the night is going to be the announcement of the Top Gun field and also the box draw. That'll take close after, sometime after race 8, probably after race 9 even. On track here, around about 10:20 or so. Moving in fact, they're set to go. All in now. Race 2. They're racing, and slow to move out was Where's Buzz, and going fast after the start, Lightning Prince to lead early. Justice Smarty buried back in the field, up to second, Golden Scott out of the straight and wide. Where's a Buzz has zoomed around the outside of third. Lightning Force, or Lightning Prince the leader, quickly tackled by Where's Buzz on the outside with a lightning move from the tail. Where's Buzz goes clear, 3 lengths now to Lightning Prince, and then came Golden Scott. A fair way back on the outside, Cardiogram and Fiesta, but a big win coming up for Where's Buzz. It streaked away about 8 lengths in the run home, Lightning Prince. Cardiogram's got up for third. Then Golden Scott followed further back by Kerry Jackson. And near the tail of the field, Justice Marty in company with Telly Bale.
That was the second race at Sandown. Race number 2 at Dapto, not too far away. And the Greyhounds about to reach the starting boxes, where we have an odds-on favourite, number 3, Hatabs, currently showing $1.30. Won its maiden here last week by 15 lengths, clocking 29 and 72. It was a terrific performance, and I can't see why it can't repeat that tonight. I've gone 3, 9, 4 and 2. Looks just about cut and dry here. Hatabs to take out race number 2, the grade 5 over the 508 metres. It is short, I know, but it looks just about a good thing.
OK, Matt, we'll be back shortly. They're about to move across for race 2. At Sandown, the time there was 29.96 recorded by Where's Buzz, 29.96. Angle Park's coming up in 3 minutes. Cheeky Bow, Knockabout Charm, Greg's Hope and From the Brink, 6, 3, 2 and 7 for the ratings. Pretty open at this stage. The reserve is holding the call. White City Babe at $3.60, ahead of Greg's Hope, the 2 at $4.70. Nice pictures coming in from Dapto. We're behind the boxes and they're about to get set for the second. Hot Tarbs, number 3 at 1:30. This is a superfecta race for New South Wales punters. And those splits at Sandown on that previous race, 5.24, 19.23, 29.96. Where's Buzz was the winner. And here are the totes on that Sandown race. Where's Buzz paid $2.40 and $1.40. Lightning Prince and Cardiogram for a trifecta of $177.80. Here's Mark at Dapto.
Thanks, Matthew. The Dapto Florist and Nursery 5th grade coming up. We were just holding for a race at the Cranbourne Harness, which is now completed. And our favourite is number 3, Hatabs, which has had 3 starts for a win and a third. Our last start Dapto winner, it led all of the way to beat Franklin Girl by 15 lengths. So if it wins, it could be very well raced over. It's at $1.40. Now they're moving in. Second race of the night, Dapto Florist and Nursery 5th grade. Second line moves forward. 5:08 is the distance. Green light is on. Here comes the bunny. Ready, race 2. And away they go from the inside. Brad's Victory left fast, being joined by Flag of Pride. Then came Watch Me Dance, followed by Shakaya Star. Hatab in trouble at the first bend, dropped back to second last as Roy the Fox and Emerus Intent went past. Electric Charm back at the tail. Brad's Victory leads at the top bend. 3, Watch Me Dance. 1 to Shakaya Star, another 2, Flag of Pride making ground, Hatabs. And then came Roy the Fox, but up to the bend, Brad's Victory has a good lead. Watch Me Dance second, then came Hatabs, but it's Brad's Victory in front, and Brad's Victory wins. 4 lengths over Watch Me Dance, and third Shakaya Star kicking or Hatab. Then Electric Charm, followed by Emerus Intent, Flag of Pride and Roy the Fox. 1 Brad's Victory, 6.90, 160. Pinched that break, they couldn't run it down. 2 Watch Me Dance, $2.40, and the 4 will quite comfortably get third. Shakaya Star by about a header or neck to return $2, 124 on the second race. Led from the 1. Hattab's in a little bit of trouble on the turn out of the straight the first time. Just copped a check and dropped back through the field. They've raced 29 and 65. 29 and 65 the time, and Brad's Victory, having its first Dapto start tonight, goes home a victor.
View with Andrew Bensley. The first Melbourne Cup trainer Andrew is with is Len Poor, who's got the red runner, Excitability.
Well, what about it, Len? You've drawn in two big finals tonight, here and Dapto, and both drawing box one.
I hope I've used all my luck. That's all. Both dogs are well, and it's just going to leave it up to gods now. I can't do any more for them.
Now, can we talk about the Melbourne Cup quick? Excitability, drawn the red, it's got its box. How do you feel about the race?
Oh, well, he's got to be lucky in that first corner. But anything what happens in the corner. And it'll be a big race.
His efforts last week, you'd think he'd be right there. The check goes pretty quick early, mid-mojo.
He was 50% runner last week. We didn't decide till 1 o'clock on Thursday morning he was fit enough to run.
Now, he had his problems, didn't he? What were they? And he would have improved dramatically on that.
Well, I hope so.
What were the problems?
Diarrhea. They couldn't stop him.
Okay.
I changed his diet and he come good.
And that's a remarkable effort then for him to come out and do what he did last week.
Yeah, he ran on stronger tonight.
Okay, well that's excitability. You're pretty happy with that. Now up at Dapto, about 15 minutes before tonight's Melbourne Cup, you're in the puppy final up there with Silent Movie also drawing the red. What about its hopes?
She'll be scratching. Unless she can lead around the corners with me. She's not as strong as the other dogs. She's a bit weak, but she does get out of a box well.
I tell you, it's a big effort, mate. I wish I was with. Can I get a bit of the ownership now on both of these?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Well done getting two into the final here in Dapto, and I hope you can collect some of the prize money.
Well, we've got a little bit of luck now.
Thanks, Len. Appreciate it,
thank
mate.
you.
Len Poor, we appreciate him coming down, having a chat to us about his hopes here in the Melbourne Cup and at Dapto.
Amazing, isn't it? Box one in both feature race finals tonight. Excitability set to run a big race for Len Poor tonight. Now, Albion Park's coming up next, race number 2 at $3. Now, back to Matthew Hill for more at Dapto.
Leading up towards the big All-Fab Puppy Classic final tonight with number 5, Inspector Rock, is trainer Mary Wright. She joins me now. G'day, Mary.
Hello, how are you?
Going well. Now, of course, you have also Back Here Jack in the consolation. Didn't make the final, was the reserve in the final, of course, of the All-Fab Puppy Classic. What are the chances of Back Here Jack in the third?
I would like to think he'll do really well. If he jumps as well as he did in the semi, I think he should do quite well.
Of course, went 29.34 in its heat. Could it reproduce that?
I hope so. Of course, they've all got to be left alone.
Of course they do. You need the luck, don't you? In the feature race, Inspector Rock, placed in its semi behind Faithful Whiskey, chased a good one there.
He actually led right round at the 600 boxes. I don't know that he can do that again, but we're hoping he'll jump as well as he did.
Okay.
Run as fast as he can, so.
All the best, Mary. Hopefully we'll be seeing you in the winner's circle a bit later on.
Thank you very much.
Mary Wright, she has Inspector Rock in race number 6, the All-Fab Puppy Classic final tonight. Should be a great race.
Not to mention Back Here Jack, a big hope of winning the next race there at Dapto. Albion Park, race number 2.
Schweppes Marathon, a race over 958 metres. The Electors Classic Rush at the moment, number 2. You're putting it on top, Simone.
Oh, well, I'll stick with Classic Rush, basically because it's the only greyhound that's had a start over this distance on this track. Won a marathon at Cranbourne a few months ago and can go the distance. Also, number 6, Osty's Wish, who gives away enormous starts but does power home. Won a marathon at Wentworth Park. I think everyone will remember that run. It was miles behind and came storming home at the last minute. Number 7, Arvo's Alarm, who's been racing against some very good company over the longer distances, and number 4, Extraordinary, who is trained by Philip Smith, who used to train Ringside Fire, so he knows how to put the polish on stayers, and hopefully he will be able to get this greyhound to go the extra distance. But number 2, Classic Rush, to beat 6, 7 and 4.
A lot of greyhounds here with not a lot of good form at the moment going into the marathon, but as you say, Osty's Wish is one that can turn it round over the long distance. He'll be a long way back, but he can finish very strongly. 4:20 on the tote at the moment for the Brown. 2:60 though is the favourite, Classic Rush. Greyhounds getting to the 550-metre boxes. They'll do 2 laps in the marathon coming up here at Sandown.
It'll take about 59 seconds to run it, Andrew, and we'll be with Ron shortly. Ascot's coming up soon in 2 minutes' time. Thunderhawk is favourite there, ahead to 11.70, and Harbour Bound recorded 30 and 38 in winning the second. Now, the marathon at Sandown. Here's Ron.
About to move in for the marathon. They're coming in. Stallion 1. Awesome Lucy Goo in 3. Camo's B in 5. Arvo's Alarm 7. Coming in. Classic Rush, Extraordinary, Osty's Wish and Zealous Zippy, and they're set to go. Swift's Marathon ready. Racing. Classic Rush began fairly very slow out there was Aussie's Wish and away fast would have been Camo's B. Under 2 laps to go now and Camo's B has gone to a clear lead out of the straight and moved away about 6 lengths out in front of Bastel and going around the outside Arvo's Alarm. A lap and 3/4 to go along the back straight and Camo's B's a big leader. 8 or 10 lengths out in front of Arvo's Alarm. Classic Rush slipped up to be third. They were followed by Bastel and then Zelisippi. Along gap away Extraordinary Awesome Lucy Oil. Aussie's Wish at the tail. Don't tear up your tickets though. There's still 1 lap to go. And it's Camo's B about 5 lengths out in front over Arvo's Alarm, and they were followed by Classic Rush, who's third. Long gap on the race then came Zelisippi, followed further back by Bastel, and tailed right off now is Extraordinary. Going along the back straight now, and the leader is Camo's B. Going up on the inside is Classic Rush, and Classic Rush burst up on the inside and moved away. It's well out in front over Camo's B and Aussie's Wish is flashing through on the centre, but it's Classic Rush clear. Aussie's Wish powering home. Classic Rush took her though. Wins by 4 lengths. Aussie's Wish and Camo's B third. Then Awesome Lucy Lou followed further back by Zelisippi, and then came Bastel. Arvo's Alarm and Extraordinary is just about to cross the finishing line now. Obviously something radically wrong.
She's been too good. Classic Rush over Aussie's Wish and Camo's B. 2, 6 and 5 in a clear-cut finish to the Dapto. Here's Mark.
Lure rolls. All Fab Constructions, Consolation. Ready. Lids up, away they go, and Ali Who from the 2 box went away best. 1 moment went up to join it and head it with Nick's Commando through on the rail. Then back here, Jack to 4th. He dived over onto the fence at the first bend. 1 to Whiskey Pete, 3 off to Whiskey Band at the joint tail end is Fine Profit and Little Champion. At the top bend, 1 moment, a length and a half on back here, Jack. 2 lengths away, Nick's Commando getting through on the rail. Then was Whiskey Pete from Ali Who. Around the turn, back here, Jack railed beautifully to hit the lead from 1 moment, and back here, Jack will win the Consolation. 3 lengths on 1 moment and Whiskey Pete. They were followed in by Whiskey Bandit, then came Ali Who, Fine Profit, a Little Champion and Nick's Commando. Number 8 back here, Jack, 140-104, wins the All Fab Constructions Consolation. A white and black dog, Token Prince, Kilbrett, Jeannie, Mary Ride at Appen for S Prima, S Fischel and A Hancock. Second, we await $1.40 and $1. The winner to return back here, Jack. He went up 3 out onto the first bend, dived over to the fence, was able to track through, heading down the back into a lovely spot coming down to the side, railed around the home bend beautifully to hit the lead, and he went on to score a nice victory in the All Fab Constructions Consolation. Number 8 back here, Jack, has now won 12 from 28, a great record, and now 4 from 7 here at Dapto for number 8. We're waiting for the minor numbers to come through after the running of race 3. 8, 4 and 6. 1 moment is second. Whiskey Pete is third. 8, 4 and 6. Fourth to number 2, Ali Who. 8, 4, 6 and 2.
Right, 29.44 was the time. The double, extra double, $20, combination of 1 and 8. Angle Park and down. Andrew is with the trainer of number 2, Mint Mojo. I refer to Jason Watson.
Well, Jace, you moved down to Victoria about 10 months ago. You lived down near Geelong and things have been pretty good, but I reckon they'll be even better if you can win the Cup tonight with Mint Mojo.
Yeah, this is the whole reason I moved down here for these big races end of the year, so it'll be a dream come true if I get it.
Well, your greyhound most expect to be leading on the first term. Do you look at it that way?
Yeah, she's a little bit hit and miss from the inside draw. I'd rather be outside, but she's just so reliable. I'm pretty sure she'll get out all right.
She, the oldest greyhound in the race, has the experience. Box 2 should be able to use it nice. You would think maybe leading the favourite to the first turn, excitability. It looks the one you've got to hold off.
Yeah, I think him and that Waterview Star are going to be going pretty hard early. We just have to get out and go hard early. I think if we can lead, I think we can win it. But as long as our Grodno doesn't get too close. Well, the greyhound ran the quickest early section last week, but just got tired a little bit in the end. Yeah, well, that's always where they go. She can't do it both ends, you know. So if I can do it in the first part of the race, I think I can hold on for the end. Well, I hope you do, Jason. Good luck to you. I hope the effort's been worth it tonight at about 9:30. Yeah, so do I. Thanks very much. Thanks a lot. Jason Watson joining us, the trainer of the Czech Mint Mojo in tonight's Melbourne Cup.
The first 4 at Dapto on 8, 4, 6 and 2 paid $102.90. To Angle Park for the 4th at Dapto for a few moments. The Puppy Classic, one of the favourites, Ryan's Token from box 2. The man looking after the greyhound tonight is Shane Lapel, and he's with Matthew Hill.
Well, drawn box number 2 in tonight's All Fab Constructions final is Ryan's Token, the Queensland greyhound, who's had 4 starts for 3 wins, of course, taking out its semi-final in 29 and 71. Shane Lapel, the handler of Ryan's Token, joins me now. Good evening, Shane.
How are you, mate?
What do you think, Ryan's Token, tonight?
If he can begin well and lead, get out in front, we give him a pretty good chance. He's pretty strong, as he showed last week in the semi-final. He gave the lead probably about 6 lengths down the back, and I think he managed to win by about 1.5 lengths. So if we can get a good run in the corner, we'll be pretty happy.
Clocking 29.71 in its semi-final. Is there further improvement there, do you think?
Oh, we think there is. It's only going to be his 5th race start tonight. In his first run here, the heat, it was a blind look at the track. First look at the track, he wasn't really used to it, but second run last week, it was a big improvement, so we think there's a little bit more there, yeah.
Shane, your mum, Lorraine Patterson, of course, trains the greyhound, and she's had over 25 years of experience in the greyhound industry. Would it be a memorable win for the family if it got up tonight?
Oh, most definitely. Well, my mother's father, my stepfather, passed away about 4 months ago, so it'd be more than a memorable win. Hopefully we can win it and dedicate the win to him anyway.
Excellent. Thanks, Shane, for joining us tonight.
Good on you. Thank you.
Shane Lapel, the handler of Ryan's Token in race number 6. We wish them all the very best.
Certainly do. Thanks, Matt. Albion Park, they're just
home. We're back at Sandown, 3 minutes away from race 4. Cisco Zippers, the total elect number 5. And Simone, you're going for the 3 here. A little bit of ability.
Share ability, I hope, Andrew. Number 3 here. Greyhound's been lightly raced over the last few months. It is a little bit slow early and has been mixing distances, but does run through a field and runs home strong. It's only had the 1 start here for no luck. To beat number 5, Cisco Zip, who is racing very well, can be very quick early, but also unreliable. Then number 1, Regional Image, having a start in a new kennel, and number 4, Caparella Bale.
3, 5, 1 and 4 for this race coming up. Dean Caparella is trackside here tonight, and he said, look, don't worry about my greyhound, it can run a Hope here, number 4. It's at about the $9 Hope, so we'll wish Dean all the best. They're the thoughts for race 4 at Sandown, coming up on Melbourne Cup night in 3 minutes.
Right, Andrew, let's hear now from Brad Keel. He's the kennel foreman for Graham Bate, and Graham's got quite a few runners tonight, including in the Cup.
Well, Brad, you've got a runner in this race coming up, Devon Desire, drawn in box, 6? What about its hopes?
Yeah, drawn in box 6. She's a mad railer and that, but she usually gets back in the race a little bit and really hits the line hard. I'd say Cisco Zip's the dog to beat. It'll probably go to the front. If she can get a run in the race, she's definitely a very good place chance.
All right, Delroy Bale jumps from box 4. It's also one of the hopes in race 5.
Yeah, Delroy Bale, very, very fast early here. Has a very good inkling for the track lately, and seems to be leading his races comfortably here, so hopefully he can do the same tonight and really put in a big show. When
I was talking to Graham the other night about Ryder Bale's hopes, he said the greyhound's really turned on, putting a bit of weight back on, really strengthened up, and he loves the pink. Yeah, he's a brilliant pink dog. Even though he's a railer, the way he can cross into a field is just perfect from his size and everything. He just takes the corner perfectly. And he's won 10 city races this year. He races the best week in, week out, and that. So as I said, this sort of field to him, it's what he races every week. With a bit of luck, he could go close. He's won 3 Melbourne Cups, Graham Bate. Good luck tonight, Brad. The team hopefully making it 4. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, mate. Brad Keel joining us, representing Graham Bate, who's made it trackside tonight, chasing another Melbourne Cup.
OK, Andrew, and a few other winners on the program too certainly wouldn't be out of the ordinary. At Albion Park, Wolfstar recorded 3rd. Cup jumps at 9:27 Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So they head up to the start there for the 4th. Now let's join Ron at the track.
Greyhound racing, we've just had a notice from the stewards. No flash lights, please, ladies and gentlemen. You have a chance of winding the greyhounds as they progress in the races. Right, greyhounds are heading to the start now for the next on the card. And this is race number 4. It's the Spring Valley. And they're arriving at the start now, arriving in the boxes. Thanks, Matt. 3 even Cisco Zip was a fast winner at the Meadows, going back 3 runs again.